welcome everyone. It's time for more Anno 1800. Well, last time we basically finished off with the artisans right here. I say that there might be a few more, but finished off this area right over here. That was sort of the last thing that we did, and I gotta say, I am liking it. So I did, a few colorful over here, but then I did actually a fair few more colorful ones over here. And that went rather well. And basically this has set us up for the engineers. I have this area here. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do here, but I might want to do something, which is a very clear thing to say. And I will be honest, I like what I've done here. I know that there are a bit too many straight angles, so to speak. Saying that, I know that Anno 1800 only offers straight angles, but what I mean is like these sort of large blocks that you see everywhere. I have been quite good, apart from this thing, this monumental road right here. I haven't done that long of a roads, or of roads. Like, for example, this is pretty long right here, but it does stop here. It does continue here, but like it's not this specific road, if you know what I mean. So, you know what, all in all, I'm pretty happy with what I've done. And to talk about straight angles and blocks, well, that's what engineering is going to be all about, or the engineers, maybe I should say. Because, yeah, those go basically into blocks, like normally, so to speak. I don't know why I meant by normally, but if we go back to the old world, just to showcase, yeah, this is what we want. We want these sort of corner buildings and everything. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit more of this, basically. Now it is going to get a bit interesting though, because now we do want the electricity. So we're gonna have to prepare for this. We can't start building a whole bunch of engineers over here and then figure out that, oh right, the power. No, can't do that. But right, where would the power plant go? Like how? I mean, it does stretch quite far, the sort of range. Bloody hell, where am I? Here we go. It does stretch a bit, something like that-ish, which means that if I want to do engineers here, it ought to be almost here, right? It can't be like too much further away, right? So I think that that's also not going to be where we begin. I think that this is where we're going to begin, this area. Now, exactly how do I want this to continue? Do I want these to sort of connect? I don't think I do. I don't even know if I want this to continue that much further. I mean, I might want this one to continue inwards, but I think I want this one to just simply stop here. Yeah, I think that that is the decision. So that's where we're starting. We're starting here by simply not doing that. Doing that, you're gonna end right here. There we go. That's that one. Now, we need to think a little bit about how this is going to connect, because obviously we have the right. I had started a construction of a ship. This guy is going to ship coffee over to Crown Falls, so that is going to be new to Crown number 3. Traders, I really ought to cut down on the schooners in the I realize that now, in the old world, just to clear it down a little bit, if you know what I mean. Yeah, there's just so many ships. Who the hell did I just create? We are in, it's you, Chennai, that's a lovely name. So from Manola over to Cape Trelawney and Crown Falls, you're going to be picking up the coffee. And as you can see, no, we are not. We don't have enough coffee for this. So I did a little bit in the last episode. I did build one more coffee roaster there. So the situation with coffee in Manola, if you just look for coffee, we can see that we're producing definitely enough coffee beans, and we now are overproducing on coffee. Now the question is, you're overproducing on coffee, Placa Chica. Guyati is overproducing on coffee. Okay, so we can do another one of these little things. Okay, you know what? You know what? We're gonna produce another clipper. That's what we're doing. And that's gonna ship the coffee over to Manola. And I really hope... Placa Chica, you're not trading away coffee, right? No, but you're sitting at, yeah, maxed out coffee, so there you go. And then we had Guayati over here. I mean, it's a bit stupid that I don't do that, because look how much coffee I have. But we can make use of that, so that's absolutely fine. But everything is going to come from Manola. Right. Right. So what did I say about this? We are going to have to drag... I mean, can you say... Okay. Let's start by saying that... Do I even want engineers here? That's the question. Or is this going to be already investors? Or... Hear me out. Maybe this is where the scholars live. That's an interesting concept, isn't it? So if we grab this guy, and I'm gonna assume that... Oh, which way do you go, actually? That's presumably the entrance. And that syncs up very nicely with this one, so that is lovely. Yeah, you know what? I think this might be the ticket right here. You can still be there, that's fine. I think that might be the ticket, so we have scholars in this one. I have no idea what scholars needed though. And I think I want to do this one completed first, right? Because the scholars apparently do some, like, research, and research points. I have no idea what that is or what that does, so I don't want to be too quick about this. So, you know what, the idea that I had, by the way, is engineers here, but also here. So we're going to have like two separate engineering places. So I think we do start here, and we'll see exactly what I do here. What I do see now that I might want to do, yes. What I might want to do here, in fact, is this. We're going to delete that, and that, and we're going to widen it to here instead. There we go. Get that over there. Lovely. So we have this little space over here, which is similar to what we have here, which I still haven't done. I really ought to finish that. And also, yeah, I have a little bit here too. I want engineers. We'll get back to that, don't worry. But, engineers, you want power. So we're gonna build power. What did that say? Yes, engineers, I know. It's fine. So we want this to be sort of here-ish, I'd say. Let's just plonk it down. Where is the... Do I want the rail? Yeah, I kind of do want that, yes. So, let's just say that this is where it is. Because kind of what I've been doing throughout this build, or trying to, is to decide where does things go, build it there, and then it basically just has to be dealt with to some degree. That is how I want to do it. So build around the sort of major things instead of, I don't know, trying to fit everything together in other ways. So we're going to do that. And obviously we want a road past here. We want a road past here, I think. Or do we care about a road past there? I mean, how do you get into this place? There's like... Yeah, how do you get into this place? Hold on. It's the only... Oh, no, here we go. Yes, that's the way in. So, in fact, maybe... Do we even want... I mean, there is a ladder here, so you know what, that's fine. That's a tiny, tiny door to get into this massive place. Lovely. So, do I do... just a straight shot? Up. I think I want... double. Yeah, you know what? Okay, we are going to do this. We're going to do that. And we're going to do... Oh, that hit. We're going to do that. That is exactly how that's gonna be. So there we go. And I'll do... No, I don't need to do any, like, hokey-pokey with a little thing like that over here. And I think I've seen this in a different build. What I think I want here is actually to this to be covered. And that is actually true here as well, which I now feel is at odds with this thing, as well as this road. We're gonna rethink this a bit, I think. Because what I want is basically this. We go into beautification, if we go into industrial zone, right? Construction fence isn't exactly right. I could do not old town. Which one was that then? No, the Docklands doesn't have that. Right, I could do the brick wall. The low wall doesn't feel good enough, does it? No, it does not. So I think, indeed, I'm gonna just try to see what it looks like. You're also... No, you are centralized, yes. So we drag you along there. What do we feel about that? We feel pretty good about that, yes. So this is the point. This is actually going to be, and this is going to be like everywhere. So what I'm thinking is you're going to come around, down. I do have a ESE. I even have this thing. Another ship has been constructed. Man, that one really, you're very quick. You're like, I think you're quicker than the one in the old world, actually. So in here, that's not going to be that. It's going to be... We had one, that's already one of those, multiple to Manola. So we're gonna grab, ooh, did that not have a number? It doesn't. So we're gonna call it multi and 1. There we go, so we're gonna create a new one. It's gonna be called multi to Manola 2. It's gonna have the boxer 4. It's gonna be from Placa Chica and Guayati to Manola. So Placa Chica, coffee from Guayati. Right, there it is. Coffee, and then unload in Manola. There we go. And you're off. Lovely. So there we go. And that's hopefully the coffee situation. Don't forget that we do have, indeed, islands in the New World that can deal with stuff like that. Right, so we have this one, for example. This is kind of nifty. So grab those on the ends here. And we have this coming through here. And in fact, yes. That's not gonna work, is it? No. You see, I would have wanted that to go here, but I can't really do that. So we're just gonna have to do it this, which is fine. If we just do that, we go for this one, go for that one. There we go. So that's fine. And then obviously all the way. Because we don't want the ugly trains to be seen too much. And we do seem to have a whole bunch of... Yes, danger keep out. See, that's lovely. What do we have here? Well, actually, these ones we can't do a whole lot with, I realize. What do you say? Work site. Well, okay, fine. It's not really a work site, but you know what? That's okay. See, all of this looks, I think, pretty cool, but I see that you're not supposed to be that way. Right? I mean, surely these thingamajigs. Oh, okay. See, that doesn't work. That's fine. Yeah, we do need, like, the space here for that to happen, if you know what I mean. The corner thing. There we go, there we go. That's fine, we can have something here. We can have some beautification here, if you know what I mean. So there we go. I could just do train tracks here, I realized that, but no, I don't want to. I don't want to do that. You guys are the right way around, but actually, you're not needed. There's just a guy there, just chilling out. Was there anything else that I could use? I mean, we could use a scaffolding thing here. Again, just as a beautification thing. It's not beauty, but you know what I mean. Yeah, you know what? we can utilize this thing. Some copper pipes. How about we have some senator thingamajigs? A sawing station doesn't feel correct. Pile driver. Maybe also not. Oh, bloody hell. And the crane. We do not need the crane. Construction trailer. Signs, yield things. A guard hut, which is kind of cool. Ooh, I kind of like this one. It fits. It might not be exactly what we want in here, but it fits. Ooh, can I actually have... Hold on. Does that fit over things? It does indeed. We also have the pipe network, which is a bit interesting to have, like, over here. Ooh, but where does that go? I don't know. You know what? I'm moderately okay with that. Right there. It's very simple. Very simple. You do have a bunch of oil, I would assume. Yes. By the way, just out of curiosity, how are we doing on oil? Okay. As a matter of fact, good. Right. Now, I have more or less decided on the location for these. I don't know, have I decided on the university? I can't, I would like to have it here, but it's way too close to that guy. So, in fact, you reach here, you could go a little bit higher up. You could come all the way over here, in fact. Yeah, you know what? Isn't that actually okay? Like, are you getting the university? You are getting university, obviously from there, no problem. Ooh, not you though. Yes, you are. Ah, right. You might not have been, though, which is weird, because you were right here. Okay, yeah, everyone gets it, and that's absolutely in range. That is the back. How did I do the... I mean, I gave you a pretty large area. I am going to give you a bit of an area, but not that large. We're going to have a little bit. So we might have... You know what? I'm going to give it a... space? And then something else here? No. Let's just do it like this. I will do something similar here. So it's more or less the same size. Well, actually, no, not even close, I realize. I am going to do the same thing, though, with the concrete. And I also didn't actually do it properly for some reason. Why did you not go there? There we go. I'm going to immediately fix the potholes that we do. Why is it so many potholes? Stop being potholed. Let's do a 4 there. 1, 3, so many potholes. Bloody hell. Like so. So that's the university basically done. And again, we are going to build around all of this. And you are going to get some lovely fountains, etc. Do you want to pick the same fountains? We had a different one down here with the... Yeah, you know what? We're going to have the ones with the... I think I only want one in the middle here. Yeah, this is going to be a slightly smaller one too, I believe. I'm going to grab the pavement and have it like that. And I think that's about it. Is that about it? What do I do here? Do I do houses here? I don't think I need fire already, because, I mean, I can see that fire would fit here. I suppose we do want some fire close to this guy, that's true. Now, we could have some houses here. Is that too close, though? I'm not sure I like that idea. What I'm thinking is go back to blueprint mode. I can have I do not see outrage in you. Really big one here. That's nice. Yeah, that's okay, Alonso. I don't care so much. It also gives us a bit of space here. That could be the first one. Question is, do I want that to be the thing? Yes, I do. I'm sorry that I'm thinking a bit too much here, but I mean, I want it to be correct from the beginning. So that's 3, 6, 10 in total. So what I'm gonna do, and I really hope that this is gonna work. This is where I would love to be able to pause the damn game. I'm gonna grab these. I'm gonna grab them. Grab. Oh, I realized that I can't do this because the bottom ones are not gonna have any access to roads. Do that, immediately upgrade, but no, of course these are gonna be annoying. Oh, hold on. Why didn't you? Oh, were you not ready to be upgraded? Hold on.
An aviary is fine.
Hold on.
When it looks not.
Why? Okay, that is weird. Okay. But yes, I realized that I can't do that because then we don't have. Okay. Yeah, the ones. Oh right. Oh, they might not be able to be upgraded if they don't have access to a road. That could be it. Because you also don't have access to roads. So that is actually not gonna work as I envisioned it, but that's fine.
My work is the love of my life.
As we can see that this
Instinct
works
over thought.
rather okay anyways. What we could do is like something like this. And then have... I don't know why I didn't see that. Then we can have... See, now I don't like that. But I also don't want... What I was thinking is, why did I move the incorrect one? So what I'm thinking is something like maybe even this. But see, I don't like that. No, that did not gel with me. How are you, by the way?
This place is full of unresolved equations.
It did look like you were giving me bricks. Why do you deliver bricks? That's weird. Okay, no, that was because I deleted things. Never mind. That is why I deleted that. That's why we got bricks. I could fix this a bit by doing this instead. Doing that and actually getting rid of this altogether. Like so. That row can be there, that's absolutely fine. See, what we can do now is we can grab you and put you here instead, and now we can do something. Because we can have a road coming down here, so now we can have at least 2 more. So are you fine? Yes, you are fine again. Grab you and get you there. And actually, you know what? It's gonna be fine if I move them, right? Because you're still gonna have everything you need for quite some time. And the thing that you're not gonna have might be in the church, yes, but that's happiness, so that doesn't matter. So there we go. See, now we're gonna get into this issue, which is that, okay, if I do that, because now you're not like an end piece, if you know what I mean. But you know what, we're gonna do this. We're gonna actually have that be a thing. Like a double road thingamabob here. Ooh, you know what? No, what we can do is this instead. Yes. Not like that though, but hear me out. Hear me out. That's kind of cool. And then we remove a whole big thing in the middle here. We beautificated the thing up. You know, we have some stuff in the middle. Just get there faster, please. Okay, you know what? You're no cool anymore. You can go back here. And I am gonna pick. So the problem is that we do want like specific houses to form, but you form the same house. What happens now if I move this guy? You do stay the same. Like if I move you here, you oh no, okay. They do shape. Okay, but look, now I got something else here. Okay, this is kind of weird. But okay, because, okay, you know, can I... Oh, okay. See, I don't 100% know how these work, I realize. If I move you here and I move you here, that works not super well. This one is weird, isn't it? Like, where does this go? Like, actually, where does this go? If I move you here, you should change completely. And there we go. So now I can have something else. There we go. But now I'm a bit intrigued by having that guy at the end here. If I grab you, but then you change. That is so weird. If I do... Stop it! Yeah, see, you're looking more or less the same, but it's not that... And I don't think you can, like, change anything here. That's weird. What we are going to start thinking about is the theming. So we have 4 themes. The classic one, the brick one, which is cool. And I might want it, but I think... yeah, okay, you know what? Brick. Brick over here. Connected to these guys. We have brick stuff over here. Yep, okay, that's cool. I think you have a colorful, right? No, we have a night... Oh, the nightlife one is really cool.
Water, fuel,
And then you have
shelter,
the colorful.
warmth, a laboratory, a housekeeper, and so on.
The nightlife is a little bit special in that, you know, you have very specific things, right? Do they always look the same, though? I mean, that one looks pretty chill, actually. This is some... yeah, I mean, I like that one. That's not gonna be the same with a casino. Do we want a casino there? And here we get a theater. And stuff like that. So do we want this, like, everywhere? I don't think so. Like, if I would have the nightlife skin on all of them, wouldn't that be a bit weird, almost? I think it would be. However, what if I have the nightlife skin on these 2? See, that would be kind of cool. And then we just have the colorful one. Largely on the other... I don't have to have that. I can have the classic one. That's also absolutely true. I don't have to have the colorful one for all of them. So I do enjoy the fact that
This city is a magnet for
Hey,
genius.
bartender, go away. No expedition currently, apparently. Am I not on an... Oh, I'm not on an expedition, like, at all. We should be on an expedition, but we'll get there. So, for the most part, houses that are, like, next by to each other, I do want them to be, for the most part, the same. But I can't help but notice, why is this looking weird? Like, that doesn't look weird. Am I gonna have to start fiddling around with these, like, incessantly much? Because I don't want that. See, that doesn't sync up. Why doesn't this sync? It syncs up here. Ah, I'm not gonna fuss too much about this. But I think this might be a thing. We have the nightlife ones in specific places and then maybe surround with the normal one and the colorful one. But I wouldn't mind having the colorful ones here because of, after all, we have some colorful stuff over here too. So that's lovely. We're gonna grab these because I like them. These little get-ups right here. Did that include... Hold on. No, I never had a bush in the middle of that one. Why didn't I have a bush there? There's a bush. Oh, never mind. Sorry. I am in blueprint mode. That is why that is the case. Sorry about that. There we go. So that's lovely. And then we can do... because this presumably... Oh, we can... I don't want that one then. We can have the other. We can have the other one. Because, yeah, that's going to fit right in the middle. And then we shall have the tree. Right, we can have the regular tree here. Don't just have to have... Oh.
Spreads across your city.
Oh, no. Oh, poor bastards.
The epidemic left buildings abandoned.
Hold on. This is something that I vaguely... I do have... Okay. Apparently it's a bit too far away. Well, ain't that a shame for those people? I mean, I can easily fix this, by the way. Do I care enough about that? No, I do not. So, let's go back to Capriloni. I don't care about the new world anymore. So we have those. Now the question is, do I add them here? as well, or not them, obviously, but new ones. Oh, bloody hell. Were there more? Where's this? Where are we?
Your city has grown more beautiful.
What happened here? What on earth happened here? I have no idea. It might have been oh, it was probably a fire. There was talk of a fire in the last episode, I think. But yeah, do we do some houses here? Because the point with the engineers is it's going to be a lot. Like, it's going to be a lot of engineers. So the question is, how close? So I think this is where I need to start thinking about making more space for beautification stuff. Like, for example, we do want to start working now that we get into engineers, which is obviously a very relevant group. We do want to get into the steampunk thing. We have the steam pipe thing. Now, the problem I have with the steam pipe, and this is largely because I don't know, that's sort of how it looks like. Okay, you know what? It doesn't go down into the ground. So that's fine. And if I have an aquarium here, does something happen? They do not connect as far as I can see. A level 2 archaeological, and that's absolutely fine. Okay, I mean, they do connect like in the ground. These are so cool, by the way. I just love these. So none... Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, the evaporator is very cool as well, but none of these connect to the pipes. So we are gonna have to think about, basically, where does the pipes go? They don't connect to any of the other buildings. Well, actually, you got up when you deleted it. I don't want it right here, is what I'm also gonna say. But I might want to start moving some of it over into like this area here. That could be interesting. But let's go back into Blueprint, but also remember that I am back in Blueprint. One thing that I did in the old world, and I might want to try and get this done here as well, is I tried out some like larger blocks. Didn't I? Or did I remove the large block? It was this one, right? But I removed a bunch of houses. But yes, having like these slightly larger blocks, that is something that I want to try here as well. Not gonna work here though, and we're also not done here. Let's just grab... Right, you are also not correct. We saw that now. There we go. We're gonna grab regular trees here. We're gonna grab that guy. Bam, 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 and in fact, yes, some shrubberies in there. There we go. I realized that I might have wanted lighting here instead. You know what? Yes. Get rid of those. That is not what I want. I want the city lights. What the hell is that? That is a steelwork fence. That is absolutely not what we're doing. We're doing this guy. And also, where did you not go? There we go. So we could have something else, and not obviously the pizzeria, not grocers. We're not doing stuff like that. But I could see myself adding, in fact, right at the casino. Is that where you want an ice cream stand and a cotton candy stand? Maybe not. Maybe not really, but also not the other ones either. Not tables. A telephone box, that works well. And you know what, we're just gonna grab the very standard by now. Not here, where the hell is it? There we go. The newsstand. I do love myself a good newsstand. And I'm still in bloody... Damn it. So there we go. That's kind of nifty.
Is under siege.
That is kind of nifty. Now we get some color in there instead. And then you have your trees around back there. Good. So, right, now we can remain in this mode. So I don't want to build over here. If I keep... Okay, we have the... You know what, that's okay. A space of 2 is a bit weird though, isn't it? See, I can't go... I mean, I was about to say, shouldn't I really be here? That's fine. If we like build out like this. But if I do that, we do need... Oh, but that's fine. But I don't really want the road to be there. And I also can't really... I mean, if I were to shift everything to the left, then how do I connect these? And that's an issue. And I don't want that either. No, I do want it here. No road here. Oh, yeah, you know what? This could work. See what we could do. So grab this road up like that. I'm even gonna add another one like that, but then we do this. See, you're connected, you are not connected. Ah, okay. This plan might just fail because of that. I mean, it's still a fine plan, we just really... Why did I do that? Why didn't I delete that one? We do this, and we just drag the road up like that instead, and voila, everyone has a connection. Yep, I'm okay with that idea. So what we finally can have here, you know what that is? You know what that freaking is? It's the freaking canal passes. Finally. We're gonna go out of that. So now we can finally have these. It's been a while. Because yeah, I can't... I mean, I can't fit one in here if I want to. Ooh, I mean, you know what? Hold on. That's fine, isn't it? If I do that, isn't that fine? That's absolutely 100% fine. Kind of means that I do want to do the payment here, which I kind of already had planned anyway. See, that actually works, which means that it can work here too. Damn it. Okay. You know what? That looks like a good spot. So we'll have a canal pass here too. See, those bridges look way more fun than those, obviously. And since it does connect here, that actually looks fine. Now I have a road here, so that's not a thing we can do, but that's fine. So there we go, and we can think about if we want more over here. And also, where is this gonna come? This, if this canal piece is coming somewhere, where does it go? See, I don't think that actually is gonna go anywhere. I think that is just gonna be like that. So the canal goes into here and over here. Then it might actually go up here, maybe loop back. Maybe? We'll find out. So, right, this is all good. Delete that, that's another 7. And you know what I haven't done, because this is all brand new to me, so to speak. I have not upgraded you guys to artisans, which I needed to do, to fit you in here, fit you in here. I'm gonna have to remember all of this. So all of you are just gonna fill that up. I'm not even gonna think about the positioning of it. It is what it is. So we're gonna have to, yeah, which one were you? You were the brick one, right? Yes, so the brick ones are in here. And in fact, I am gonna be able to place it all the time because we have the trees over there that are gonna block the path. Good. So, what did I say? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Would you believe it? Beautiful.
You reached a new milestone.
And now I know that you guys sort of connect to each other. So you come there. You come there. Here. And you add this here. And there we go. I got the nice one there. So if I... Ooh, that building... Perfect. Nice. Sad, though, that I got both of these. Can't I undo you? Because I don't think I want you there, though. That's better. I like that one there, though. Right. Any similar thing, nightlife stuff? You know what? What if this guy... Oh, right. The spectacles. We need to produce spectacles. What if we have that one be a bit of a thing? Cards. Come play cards, etc. Yeah, that's lovely. And then we do the colorful for the remaining one. So I don't have so much of a problem, I think, with the differing ceiling or roof colors. I'm a bit okay with that. In fact, we want that one also to be nightlifey. Music hall, yeah, you know what? I like that. So we're gonna try to focus on having a bit more in the terms of street lights, etc. here, I think. I think that's a good idea. And for the remainder, yeah, just more of these lovely cherry trees. Am I still in? For the love of God. Ah. Why do I always forget? Are you? Oh, I hadn't actually. Oh, okay, fine. That's why you looked weird. Because you hadn't actually been done. And you're... Wait. What's... Oh, right, because I didn't... Okay. This is why I don't play around with blueprint mode. But I am still going to do it, because I do want to sort of learn, or rather, be able to see what the hell it is that I'm doing. But I kind of like this. Drop 2 more trees in there. So that's lovely. You know,
It's a surprise
the
inspection.
post box was interesting. Full output. You know who can have post? These guys can have post. There we go. That is going to give me how many more? 3 engineers and 18 coins. That's bloody good. But as a potentially final bit, how about we start thinking about spectacles? And maybe, just maybe, and also, I forgot about something. We're gonna set that up immediately. We need more. Oh, what are you complaining about?
Fields might help.
Oh, right, because we haven't actually built this one. What do we need? Steel. All right. Oops. Sorry about that. You can bring... You also have these guys. Should we just go and do these more animals? I think we should. How about you just sail over with that? Old world, do I have a ship here ready to rock? I do not. Do I have a ship on its way ready to rock? I don't know. No, not here right now. Okay, you know what? We can set out on a new expedition while we're here. Let's do the archaeological. We're getting into museums soon. Right. So we're gonna go for, obviously, the Kraken's Call. You think that everything is looking very good. We're gonna get rid of you for now. Gonna stock up on the goulash. Not one more. I don't know why I'm doing this. Isn't it better to do the canned food? Actually. That's fine. So, what are we looking at? Diplomacy. We have a bunch of crafting navigation. Isn't that basically... I mean, we're looking pretty damn solid already. So, what I would like to see... I don't really have a good faith one. Well, I have you, the actor. You know what? I'm gonna bring the actor, knowing full well that I can't now pick anything else up. But normally that's not a thing that I care too much about. Off you pop. And also while we're here, check for people. There might be people that are good at faithing. None of you though, but what are you doing? Artisanal kitchen, spectacle factory, productiveness and attractiveness +3. Does that mean that the spectacle thingamajig? Let's unload that. Let's construct this thing. And fill this in, and you're not gonna fit all of that in here, are you? Did you just... Had I planned that? I might have planned that, you know. Right, so that's good, but we were not here for that. We were here for... we have to look at production right here for sausages. We're overproducing so much on sausages, but we're actually... Okay, you know what? We are fine still. Okay, you know what? I don't have to think too much about that. And if I do anything about it, it's just one more sausage factory and we're fine. So, spectacles. We need to just set the production of that up. What is your situation? You don't have unattractiveness, so we can absolutely have you here for now. Do we just fit you in wherever you can fit? I think we do. You fit quite nicely in here, as a matter of fact. But, copper down here, there.
A competitor's island.
I think this one to
withstood
begin
an
with.
attack.
Copper and zinc. See, what I would like to do here is simply put down an oil power plant. Yes. And have this. So it's fine to have more of these. It's not going to be like super well used, if you know what I mean. So it feels absolutely a-okay. So what we're going to do is simply this. We're going to add the copper mine. You know what? Screw it all to hell. We're going to do the zinc deposit immediately. And then do the small warehouse right next by. Sorry. And do a bit of upgrade, do another bit of upgrade, and that should be good. But yeah, that was those two, as a matter of fact. I thought it was something else. You know what? Those were very lovely placed, weren't they? Good. Now, what's the situation currently on glass production? I am now underproducing, but didn't I have a turned off one? Yes, I did.
Trying to remember what it is I'll need to do.
And if I turn that on, how's the quartz situation? Severely under. Now, the quartz production is over here, which I am now gonna actually move, I think, because it's you, right? And you, right? No. Do I only have the one? Hold on. Do we only have the one? No, I have two. Where are the... Oh, right. I had done this weird thing where I have the second one over here. I'm thinking maybe I ought to have it here instead. You're not connected to a road. Like another road, if you would. We can fix that for now. Let's just grab this over here. There we go. Lovely. You are getting oil, so don't worry. How's the oil situation here? Underperforming a little bit, but we are moving oil here. I could even see myself, because I have the international oil one. This guy. That's shipping 100 to Kairuth and the remainder to Crown Falls. I could have another ship here, right? Where are my oil ships right now? I have 3 here. See, that's not necessary. Theseus, go away from that guy. Sorry, yes.
How we've longed to get back.
You are gonna go. Okay, but all ships, please. Theseus, why do you not come up? Okay, I might have screwed that up a bit. Where the hell is Theseus? Not in here, that's for damn sure. My ship is here. Okay, that's where you are. That's a bit of steel that I actually need. Oh, and we are down once more on the damn bricks. Oh, right, Engineers bricks. Gotcha. Get me more of that. Now, where on earth do we think that the seahorse scurvy dog? Not here. You're delivering. Old world. So you are probably... No, here we go. You're not supposed to be on that. Go away. You're supposed to be... Why did you... Stop it. You're supposed to be on this one. Theseus, there we go. Accept. You're not supposed to do whatever the hell it is that you're doing with 74 oil. Bloody hell. The ones that are the goal for that oil is actually not necessary. It's not necessary for that to have that much, I think. Anyway, so spectacles should now be produced in a high enough quantity, right? Absolutely fine. But, oh, right, brass. Hold on, we're not producing any brass, are we? No, we are not. That is an attractiveness down, okay. That only requires workers. So basically what I was going for a little bit. Let's gather you up over here with your other stinky friends. So what I was thinking about in some episodes is that I do need to get into workers over here. We do still have ample enough space. We also have a coal mine not working right now. Why are you, what have I done over here? I don't know. But I have space for more people, and we're still quite far away from, you know, maxing out on other things. And these guys, workers. Just workers, many workers. So well, okay, fine. I have workers, but I need more. So the point is, for example, the brass smeltery. How many workers was that? 25? Not much. In fact, the largest amount is with these guys, 200 for a steelworks. What I really would love to see, if I don't already have, if I might have to look into that. I might do that between episodes.
Taking the
Items
initiative.
that
Excellent.
lower the amount of workforce for those would be very nice. Ooh, sheet music for Anno 1800, you say? I think I already have that, though. So I have a few bits and pieces there, but nothing too interesting.
Go on, then. Let's hear your daring tales.
And you don't have interesting things either. Antique novel, isn't that lovely? Isn't that novel? Ah, right. But that is now my first Engineers. And what do I think about the fact that I've sort of done the same thing in a bit and both angled this way? I'm not 100% sure, you know. There is a point to be made here about simply rotating these 180 and have this be the back of it and this be the front. Because right now you're like catering to these people, but they get to look at this. Is that an easy thing to just do? Because you know what, I think I might like that better. Which building? Oh, right. Okay, so if I place you over there, were you the issue? I think you might have been the issue. So if I do that, yes, because you can't actually be placed there. So you have to be placed a bit more here-ish. That is okay. We can do that. I can do this. You can have like almost your own little personal thing over here. That's lovely. You know what? I think I like this idea. That these go this way instead. Because this is still fine. This is still pretty cool to have along the canal, if nothing else. And then these are angled inside instead. Which makes potentially a bit more sense. Maybe. But I'll probably... Ooh, okay. Okay. Here's an idea that I might continue build later. How about we do something like that? Because I don't want... I mean, if I do anything here, it's going to be a pretty small thing. Maybe I'll do like my old friend, the 2x3s, or a 2x4 here. Like a 2x3 here, 2x4 here. That doesn't have like any interior thing. Because around this thing, I obviously don't want the action to be, if you would. So this would be the action right here. This would be a bit beautificated and stuff. So what we would have, if we go back to blueprint mode for just a few moments, we would have something like... It doesn't really sync up now, I realized I did the row like that. But that's that could be fine. Oh, bloody hell. Stop it. Be correct. So we do something like this. I mean, that could be fine. I am also a bit annoyed now at that. So I'm gonna delete that, and now we can have it very nice. I know that I shouldn't be doing this. This is what I'm trying to get away from. But bloody hell if it doesn't look good. So, yeah, something like that. And then we can fit, indeed, a road around the back here. I can sort of... Yeah, you know what? Why not that? Why not that as a thing? So a massive block here, but that's fine as well. We do need a lot of engineers, I think. I'm not sure exactly how many engineers we need, but like we're gonna need a significant amount at least. So you know what? That's a fine idea. To prepare ourselves for that, how about we upgrade some of these lovely folks right here? There we go. And also, yes, how about we continue upgrading? Because do you know what I didn't do? Yeah. Damn it. It's fine. We can actually keep upgrading other. We don't have to upgrade. Oh. Now I can't because now, damn it. Now I can't because guess what I don't have? I don't have freaking bricks, man. We can fix this. Like, here's the point. I have this clay deposit that is unused. I have that one that is unused. I do have a bunch of workers, so I could just make sure that I get all the bricks that I need. And apparently, we're in a situation where we need a lot of bricks because that requires 3 bricks. Just that one. Together with the windows and the steel beams. So, right. I'll put that pin on the refrigerator, so to speak, and we shall pick that up in the next episode. Let's try to remember it. We need to up the brick production because we're going to need a lot of bricks. And in fact, if we go to the old world and we just check in with these guys, 4 bricks to get you to investors. So, yeah. And I'm going to even say that, well, actually, scholars. Do I already have World Fair? Oh. We already have the World Fair Foundation. Okay. That's interesting. I have the palace now. I have the palace. Ooh, things just got exciting. How big is this? Not big, the main structure. Where do I place this? That is gonna go like over here, right? Maybe here-ish? Here-ish? Decisions. We already have access to champagne. That's true. Right, this is because I upgraded one building just to see what it was all about. That's why we unlocked that. Okay, you know what? I wouldn't mind just starting production in champagne already. That's interesting. Anyway, what I was thinking about was the scholars, and that building is 15 bricks. Okay, yeah. I think we just need to increase our brick production. We could... Am I going to have to start shipping bricks here? We shall see. Anyway, I think that this is... Wow. We were supposed to do engineers in this episode, and I did this. I mean, it's something. We did this as well. I mean, it's not terrible, but you know... Okay, it's gonna get better. Don't worry. For now though, this has been the ghostmutgaming with me, Christopher. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.